Period 1, I'm going to tape you all so there'll be both reviews online. All right, that is not that.
So it's part 2.
Right, here we go. Wendy, do you think that is appropriate right now?
No, you're not even starting yet. I'm waiting until you start.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Yes, sir.
All right. So you know that first.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that today because I will get more done. Did do your homework. All right. Now, this is one of the big important things you need to know. If you have a radius drawn to a tangent at the point of tangency, what are you to think? This is section 12.1. Alexandra. Right angle. This is indeed 90. So what am I doing? 2 or 1? 2. Okay, so that is a right angle. Then they told you that TH is 7. They told you HA is 12. And they want you to find AT. Now, these are not angles. These are sides. So what do you do?
12x squared equals 7 squared plus 6.
Okay, Pythagorean theorem, correct? So you're going to have 144 is equal to 49 plus x squared. Subtract 49, you've got 95 equals x squared. Now, as you solve this tomorrow and you square root both sides, this is equal to 1 point that you show me this. And this, again, is preparing you for Algebra 2. I'm preparing you for Algebra 2. I'm preparing you for the EOC. Lots of stuff is going on. This is going to be 9.875? 9.75? Okay. That was number 2. Ethan. Okay. Number 4 was this picture. Okay, so when we look at number 4, again, there is a radius, there is a tangent. Ethan, what should you think? 90 degrees. There is a radius, there is a tangent. What should you think? 90 degrees. This is R, this is W, this is E, and this is O. This is number 4. On question 4, they told you that W is 23 degrees, and they want you to find the measure of angle R inside. Now, this vertex is outside the circle. One option would be to do large arc minus small arc divided by 2. But do we know either arc? No. So that's not an option. We do know this is 90. We do know this is 90. We do know that is 23. So how are we going to find angle R?
23
plus x should equal what? 360. Okay, if in doubt, how many triangles are formed in a quadrilateral? 2. So if this sum is 180 and that sum is 180, what's a quadrilateral? 360. So if you add these up, you're going to get 180 plus 23 is 203 plus x equals 360. When you subtract 203, you're going to get 157.
Or Ms. Bride, you could literally just do 180 minus 20.
Oh, that is another really nice way of thinking that. Why did you say that?
I don't know, I just found it out that way because I worked backwards.
Okay, what do you know this angle is?
90.
And what do you know that is?
Yeah.
So how much is used up here? 180. So if we know the total is 360, what's left? 180.
Yeah.
Right.
So I did it.
Yeah, you did a nice job. Yes, sir. Number 3. All right, number 3 is the same diagram. Let me erase what we have. All right, this time on number 3, they're telling us that, there's a P here. They're telling us that OPE is 210 degrees. and we want to find the measure of angle W. All right. So where's the vertex of the circle? It's outside. So what is our formula for outside? Large arc minus small arc divided by 2. What do we know? The large arc. Now, this is tangent. This is tangent. If this is 210 degrees, how in the world will we find this small arc? All right, so we're going to say 360, subtract from 210. How about 150? Did I do that right? Okay, so we're going to say minus 150 divided by 2. What do you do next? Divide what by 2? Why are we subtracting? Where's the vertex? Where's your foldable? Get your foldable out. I want everybody's foldable out. Get your foldables out.
You can do 210 minus 180. Okay. Shortcut, not stuff.
Okay, you have to be able to justify that shortcut.
It works every single time. Because they're tangents, so they both equal 180. Or they both together equal 180 every single time if they're tangents.
But now we're working with the arcs of the circle.
Still equals the same answer. Maybe that's just
If you're lucky, right, Miss Bryant?
I'd have to prove that. To go with that, I would say you're treading on very thin ice.
it worked.
And I don't want you to fall through it.
Thank you, Bryant.
All right, so what is it? Okay. Okay. So we're going to have 60 divided by 2 is 30. Okay. Next question.
5. Number 5.
Okay.
Let's just go down it.
No, we're not just going to go down it.
I hacked it. I just didn't.
All right. For those people who did their homework, I need to know what questions you have. Yes, sir. 6.
Oh, no. 5. Thank you. No, I missed it.
Let's look at 6 real quick. All right. I've got this diagram up here. Here we go. All right. This is number 6. You were given that ST segment is congruent to LA. This is ST. All right. What can someone tell me when you're given congruent chords? What should you look for? The arcs are congruent. So if this segment is congruent to this segment, this means this arc is congruent to this arc. But congruent chords not only give you congruent arcs, they give you one other thing. What kind of angles? Congruent what? What kind? What kind of angles? We've had inscribed angles. We've had central angles.
Oh, central.
Congruent central angles. In other words, when the vertex is on the circle, this arc or angle is going to equal that angle. So just because of those two congruent segments, we have that information. So number 6 tells us that AL is 6x minus 7. They told us SE or ST is 4x plus 11. What is the relationship between those two arcs? So what equation do you write, Nathan?
6x minus 7 equals 4x plus 11.
All right.
And I still got it wrong.
So Nathan, tell me how you solve it.
You subtract 4x.
Okay. So did you do that and get 2x? Okay. Then what do you do? Oop, there's an x.
Okay. All right, and then you where are we here? Add 7.
Add 7. Okay. Then what did you do?
Add 15.
Okay. And then what did you do?
You divide 2.
Okay. Is that what you got?
I don't know how, but I just must have like messed up on the.
Okay. You just solved that beautifully,
Yes.
which means you can. But remember, is this the answer? They asked for the measure of AKL. AKL. They asked for this measure. How are you going to get that measure? Ethan,
Looking into 6x minus 7.
remember a central angle equals its arc. This arc is going to be 6 times 9 minus 7, which is 54 minus 7, which is 47. So that means that that arc equals that angle. Yes, ma'am.
How do you know? Sorry. How do you know, like, that you look at the 6x minus 7, but not 4x plus 1?
Because they've asked for angle LKA, and that arc it cuts off is that one.
Okay.
Does it really matter since they're equal?
No.
No. Miriam, thank you for raising your hand. Miriam, raise.
You said you thought we were going to do number 7.
When you raise your hand, I will call on you.
I know, I already raised my hand. You asked what I said. Yeah.
Well, I took what you first said. Yes, ma'am. Okay, 9 first. Okay. So looking at 9, we're going to go to this diagram. And Lucas, I think this diagram created the biggest issue. So let me get rid of this first because that was not there. All right, on this diagram, we have S and E and M. This is K. Gosh, that is not right. This is D. It's just the last one. This is an important one. We've got D, A, W, R, and N. So this is number 9. All right, let's look at the directions, though. It says the measure of arc SE, that's this arc, is equal to the measure of arc RW. If you have congruent arcs, what does that mean? You have congruent, what kind of angles? So you've got congruent central angles. What else do you have?
Wait, so if this, the thingy's in the middle of the circle, it's essential?
That's a central angle because the vertex is on the center. But besides that, what else is congruent? The chords are congruent, meaning this chord is equal to that chord. One other thing. There's one other piece that's congruent.
Chords and arcs.
From the perpendicular to the center is equal to from the center to the perpendicular. So that's called that the chords are equidistant from the center. So if we look at number 9, we are told that, and RA is here. This is 5x plus 3. That's the segment. And TE up here, where's TE? Oh, there's T. TE up here is equal to 8x minus 12. What did this radius do to this chord? Cut it in half. So this half is equal to this half, equal to this half, equal to this half. So what equation do we set up for 9? Wendy?
5x plus 3 equals...
That's 13. I had to squeeze it. Equals what?
8 equals x minus 16 or 12.
That's a 12. So if I subtract 5x and I add 12, I'm going to get 3x equals 25. Did I make it that nasty? Oh, it is a 3. It is not a 13. Whoever said 3 was right. Okay, so that looks a lot better. So now that's 15. What is x?
5.
So x is going to equal be 5. But is that what they asked for? This is number 9. They asked for S to E. How am I going to get S to E? Trevor.
So if you put 8x minus 12 and then distribute it.
Okay, so what you want me to do is substitute 5 in and double it. Why do you want me to double it?
It's not your entire length of it if you don't double it.
Excellent. So that's going to be 2 times. Remember, that this is one of the ones I told you I got wrong. I didn't double it. It should be 56. Okay, next question. Ethan?
Wait.
You didn't raise your hand? I was waiting for the one of you two to raise your hand, and you didn't.
No, well, I tried 5. I got it.
Okay, here we go.
5.
This is number 16. 16. we've got BE to be 70. We've got ZR to be 64. And they want to know angle ZSR. They want to know this angle. Where is the vertex? Inside, not on center. What's the formula then from your foldable? Arc plus arc divided by 2. All right. What's one arc? Okay, so I heard 70 and I heard 64. That's going to be 134 divided by 2, which is, well, that's 67. Good job. Now, next question. 11. I'm waiting for you to raise your hand. I'm waiting for you to raise your hand again. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to erase this part, so let's see what it says. Number 11. Oh, now we have SE. This whole segment is 20. If this whole segment is 20, what is this? 10. What is this? 10. What is this? 10. And what is this? 10. Just checking. Now they want DW to be 15. What kind of segment is DW? A radius. So what is DE? 15. What is DS? 15. What is RD? 15. So you see, you could have drawn any of those segments in there if need be to help you. We want to find the measure of DT. DT is right here. What does DT? So do you see this triangle right there? If I let this be X, what are we going to do for number 11? Alexandra? Uh-huh. Will you do that for us? Okay, beautiful job. 100 plus x squared, forgot the square, is, take your pick. You could do this triangle, or you could do this triangle. And remember, this pink is equal to that pink, so that's x also. You have 4 triangles to choose from. Where's the right angle? They told you that DA is perpendicular to DT. Boy, that didn't make sense.
I know,
That's what I'm saying.
Wow, that was poorly written. This is perpendicular to this. Sorry about that.
Lines and colors, I'm confused now.
Equals 125. Square root this, you're going to get plus or minus square root of 125, which is 11.18, I believe. All right, who has the next question?
Miss Bride, I raised my hand first. She did.
Did he? All right, Nathan.
5, Bride.
What an excellent question, Nathan.
Thank you, Miss Bride.
You asked for 6. All right. So let's get rid of the 210. And what was this asking us? What did it say, Nathan?
It says that if WE was 8x minus 9.
Hold on.
Sorry. You could use a big eraser if that's.
I could. So if WE equals what? 8x minus?
8x minus 9.
Okay.
Okay. And then we got WO equals 2x plus 15.
Okay, this is a major concept in this section.
Huge, right?
Huge. I'm telling you, this is on the test. What do you know about tangent segments from the... No. Okay, you're confusing angle measure with sides. Okay? When you have tangent segments to a circle, they are equal. So this is number 5.
So all tangents are equal?
No. Tangents from a point. When you have 2 tangents from a single point outside the circle, those are equal. Yes. So you've got 8x minus 9 equals 2x plus 15. Subtract 2x, you're going to get 6x minus 9 equals 15. Add the 9, you're going to get 24. What is x?
4.
Did they ask for x or more? Just x.
That's it. I didn't even know. I already did.
Okay, so you were asking and complaining and making my life miserable because you had already done number 5.
Trevor, you were first.
Trevor. Yes.
Number 7.
Number 7? First. Okay. Number 7 is back to this picture. Not that one. All right. It is back to this one. This is number 7. All right.
Wait, is this one is right? I can help you.
Okay. Are you going to do new math?
What's that?
I don't know. Go ahead. I'm ready.
All right.
What does it say?
All right. So
This is 7 now, not 6.
yes, I know.
Okay.
LKA equals 78.
LKA equals 78. All right.
And then AT equals 150.
AT is 150.
Okay. So what we know is they are congruent.
What's congruent?
ST and LA.
Okay.
And then basically you just like 78 equals LA
Why?
because the point is in the center.
Yes.
And then it's the same for the other side because it's congruent.
Right.
Are we talking about the segment LA or
And
the arc?
then
Arc.
Oh, God.
and then you just do 78 plus 78 plus 150. And then
16, 14, 15, 15. Wait a minute.
It's 20.
That's 20. That's 306, right? Okay.
and then you subtract 360.
And that's 57.
Uh-huh.
Okay. 10. Madison, are you ready? Okay. We're back to this picture. I guess I probably should erase it, huh?
Yeah.
Just go around it and then tap in the middle.
Well, but I want to kind of save maybe my...
It's too late. It's too late to save anything.
It's 54? Oh, okay. I subtracted wrong. It's 54.
Good job.
Did I have it right on my answer sheet? I do too. Isn't it awesome? I agree.
What number is this?
And this is 10. All right, so we are on 10. This is M. This is T. They have told us that RDW. Do you see an RDW?
Where's W? I mean, where's
What number is this?
10. So when it's not there, we draw it in. Do you see RDW? They're telling us this whole, just kidding. They're telling us that this whole angle is 7x minus 11.
So the whole thing is
Now they're telling us that ME up here is 2x plus 17. If you recall, they gave us SE is congruent to RW.
so then ME equals RN.
ME is equal to RN, meaning this is 2x plus 17. What else?
And then it's equal to W.
So that's 2x plus 17. So now what equation do you write? 2.
2x.
So you're doubling 2x plus 17? And what are you setting that equal to?
What is that? 7x.
Right. Why isn't the 2x plus 17 equal to the 7x minus 11? Why are they not equal?
Because it's over half.
That's correct. So when you distribute, you get 4x plus 34 equals 7x minus 11. Subtract your 4x, add your 11. X is 15. Did they ask for x? I'm guessing not. They want the measure of arc, Rn. So now what do you do?
Times 15 plus 17.
2 times 15 plus 17 is 30, 40.
That's 47.
Okay. Next. Stephanie. Okay. Number 8 takes us back to this diagram. Okay. What am I doing, Stephanie? 8. All right, so number 8 states that LS is 80. This is 80. And AT is 160. Oh, I really like this one. So, do we know LA? Do we know this arc?
No.
No. Do we know this arc?
No.
No. What is it, though?
2x.
It's X, too, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do we know about all the pieces? So, do you agree that 2x plus 160 plus 80 is 360?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we've got 2x plus 240 is equal to 360. Then what?
Subtract 240. Oh, wait.
X is equal to what? Now, that's not what they asked for. They asked for LKA. If this is 60, what's LKA? Why? Vertex is on the center. It's a central angle. Angle equals arc. Ethan. All right, now we're going to go to the angle chaser worksheet.
Wait, I'm sorry.
What?
Did they ask for again on this?
Angle LKA. All right, I haven't drawn this picture. All right, Lucas, thank you. This is number 22. All right, my lines are dotted. You have to just cope with it. All right, this is N, this is E, this is Y, this is S, and we've got B in the middle. So number 22 states that if NY is equal to 5 and EY is equal to 4, they want you to find ES. What's the rule? What's the rule?
It's outside times inside.
Oh, it's outside times whole is equal, right. You need to correct that on your paper. You're going to study it wrong. Okay, so what is this whole?
9.
9. So what's the outside? What's the whole? 9 is equal to what's the outside? And the whole. So you're going to have,
For the outside.
pardon?
How is 4 the outside?
Because 4 is outside, the part of the segment outside the circle.
Wasn't 5 outside?
5's inside.
I got you.
Got it? So now how do we undo a square?
6 plus negative.
Plus negative. Why do we do positive negative?
Either one.
It can be either one. In geometry, it will be 6. In algebra 2, it will be both. In algebra 2, it will be both. Now, did they ask us for x? I don't know what they asked us for. They asked us for ES. No, they asked us, oh yeah, that is. Just kidding. Next question. Stephanie? 21. All right. So now let me erase this part. All right. So we're at 21 now. And 21 said, NS is 152. Angle E is 24. They want you to find YS. Where's the vertex, Stephanie? What's the formula for outside? Angle equals what? Large arc minus small arc what? Divided by 2. Now this is the whole formula. To work backwards, you need the whole formula. Where does 24 go in this formula? For the angle. If you are only writing this part, you're missing you're going to have issues. What is 152? It's the large arc. What are we going to do for the small arc? We're going to let that be x. How do I undo division? So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2.
The ones like that, easy if you want half.
If you want, you could. So this is 48 equals 152 minus x. What's the next step? Subtract 152. So I'm going to subtract 152. So that's going to be 12. That's going to be 4. I think that's going to be 104. Negative is equal to negative x. So what is x?
Would it be 48 minus 100?
Well, but yeah. How about negative? I just did this so I could do this because I don't have a calculator. Right. Is that what I had? Next question. Caitlin. 17. 17 is picture I haven't used yet, I think. This one. All right. So 17. 17 was the first one asked first period. 17 says MV. That means this whole thing is 14. And they told us that MO is 6. And they're telling us VR is 9. Now, the easiest algebra is to let x be the whole thing. So what am I missing here? What's the outside? Close. 8. So now, so what is the outside times is equal to outside times whole. Now what do? 8 times 14 outside whole. Okay, 8 times 14 I believe is 112. 9 times x, divide by 9, you get 12.4. Now you got to make sure you are looking at what you're supposed to find. We need this part right there. So if x is 12.4, how do I get the inside? 12.4 minus 9 is 3.4, and that is ER. ER. Next. Ethan. Okay, let's go to the angle chaser diagram. And they told us you've got to get all your angles first. This is D, or I should say arcs. E, F, we're going to do 25. G, A, H, J. All right. They told us that KF, that this whole thing right here is 40. They told us that EF is 10. So what does that make KE? 30. All right. Then they told us that CK is 40. That would be this right here. And they told us AG is 80. So this is a diameter. You've got to look for your diameters. How many degrees is it on this side? So if you've used 40 and 80, what must this be? 60. 80 plus 40 is what? 120 from 80 is what? Okay. Did you find AB?
Yeah, 60.
How did you?
Oh, I know, it's 60 plus 80, because B and F go across, right? Yeah, it's 100.
Okay.
80 minus.
That's not.
This is 50 right here. Okay? So if I draw in, if I trace its sides, where is that angle? In vertex. Where's the vertex? Not on the center. So angle's going to equal what?
It's going to be angle equals arc plus
Arc plus arc divided by 2. All right. What's my angle? 50. What's one arc?
80. Or no. I have no idea.
We don't know this arc.
40.
This is 40. It's not 30. It's not 10, but 40.
Wait,
What does CK? It's 40.
if that dot isn't on the center, how do you know that that's the diameter?
Because H was the center.
Yeah, if A.
H is the center.
If A and then
I-
that part of
then
D
that-
is the diameter, can't just be an F be a diameter?
Then that is the center.
No, J is not the center. H is the center. So this is not a central angle. We're going to multiply by 2. What's 2 times 50?
100.
100 is equal to 40 plus x. What is x? 60. So that means this is 60.
Hold on, if H is the central angle, then 50.
H is a central angle,
Yeah.
but J's not.
Okay.
And 50 is right there.
Wait, why? Yeah, I know, the arc is 50, because if it's at the center of the circle.
No, this is inside, not on center. That's flap 3 on your foldable.
I know, but it said center. So that AD thing isn't a diameter if the thing isn't in that thing.
Okay, AK is a diameter because it contains H, which is the center. Do you see? Let me draw another color. This segment right here is a diameter. So if this is 40 and this is 60, what's BG?
Okay.
What's BG?
Diameter.
This is 60, this is 40.
140.
This was much appreciated.
80. All right? So if you were not able to do the angle chaser worksheet, you now have everything you need to get all those angles. We did, just listen, 23 through 33 we did extensively in first period. So if you still have questions on any of those, you want to watch first period notes. Yes. So the deal is you must bring this review back tomorrow because I'm going to give you credit for it tomorrow. If you did not have it today started at all, you are going to need a homework pass tomorrow. No, because you did something, just the wrong thing.